Hello, my name is John Nagoski, and I'm a native speaker of English from Wisconsin in the USA. I would like to introduce to you my English reading channel with questions and answers.
It started as a simple grass, yet it's anything but simple. And science has just scratched the surface of its vast potential. We don't know everything there is to know about wheat. We're always innovating, always finding new properties and new applications. Wheat coming up right now on how stuff works. When we think of wheat, we think of bread, but this simple grain is everywhere. It's in familiar foods, hiding in fillers, and faking out our taste buds in places we would never suspect. If you're eating, you're probably eating wheat. Wheat is as old as agriculture itself, taking advantage of cutting-edge technologies to stake its claim as a plastic, a wood, and a futuristic indoor crop that may just rescue us from starvation. Without wheat, you'd have to put down that pasta, pour that beer down the drain, deep six that crab cake, and step away from that golf tee. If there was no wheat, you'd have to, because it's not just for bread anymore. This may look like a typical door, but under its skin, it's a lot more. Not just because it's fire resistant up to 1700 degrees, or that it is exceptionally strong, or even that it's made with green technology. This door is made of wheat. Doors are very important. They're barriers, and they do protect us. There are 3 parts to a door, and the part that is wheat is actually the core, which is about 90% of the door itself. But how can wheat make a door? Isn't that the job for wood? After all, wheat is just a grass. True, but it's a lot different than your front lawn. In the genus Triticum, grass is a common green plant with jointed stems and long, narrow leaves. And it's these jointed stems that provide the strength to stop a raging blaze. We're going to go ahead and cut out a block to see what's inside. This door is a 60-minute fire-rated door. A comparable wood door would be 20% heavier, and yet it wouldn't hold the 60-minute rating. As you can see here, we have the 3 parts of the door, which is the core, the plug, and the veneer. Core being the most important part for the fire rating. And that's just one reason why wheat is in more places than you might think. Mainly known as a food source, wheat is one of the top 3 produced crops in the world. Wheat, after all, is the main ingredient in breads, pasta, and even the beloved pizza. It may look delicate, but this is one tough plant. I think wheat's also unique in that it's grown in such diverse places. So it's grown at sea level, it's grown at high elevations, it's grown in the tropics, it's grown at high latitudes, it's grown under high rainfall conditions, it's grown under drought conditions. So it's a very adaptable crop. From the Australian outback to the northern chill of Russia, and from the badlands of the Dakotas to the Argentinian coast, wheat is there. Within the 6 scientific classes of wheat are more than 30,000 different varieties. What makes them so different? Each variety is defined by specific physical characteristics, adaptability, and grain yield. But what they do share is a kernel and the goods inside. There are 3 major parts of a kernel of wheat. The outer coating, called bran, is where the fiber is. The heart of the kernel, or germ, contains essential oils, vitamins, and minerals, but most of the kernel is made up of something called the endosperm, where the complex carbohydrates are stored, and 2 proteins that work together to make gluten. But what is gluten? It is a protein with elastic qualities that makes wheat unique and makes bread stretchy enough to rise. The gluten that gives structure to bread and cookies and other products that we make from wheat, and that's pretty unique to wheat in terms of those protein properties. Durum wheat is the most ancient wheat and has the greatest concentration of gluten, which makes it very tough. Flexibility and strength make durum wheat ideal for pasta products. Hard red spring wheat contains slightly less gluten, which makes it great in breads because it withstands expansion and is light enough to rise. If you need to bake a cake or a pastry, soft red winter or soft white wheat would be best. They have even less gluten, which makes for softer dough. Hard white wheat. This wheat is only grown in 10 states, but contains almost 12% protein, making it very nutritious. Hard red winter wheat is king. It is the largest wheat crop in the United States, with more than 40 million acres harvested annually, and its gluten content makes it the most versatile. These grains pack a punch, filled with proteins, vitamins, and minerals. How do these little berries get to our table? It starts in the wheat field, and if Mother Nature doesn't cooperate, it'll end there too. Kansas may be the largest wheat producer in the United States, but each year, fingers are crossed and prayers are recited as harvest approaches. Why? Because the breadbasket of America grows hard red winter wheat. It is planted in the fall before the weather turns. The seeds go dormant during the winter, chill, then sprout in the spring. But the Midwest in spring can be a very unpredictable place. Spring downpours could mean floods. Devastating hailstorms threaten to flatten entire fields of wheat, and let's not forget the destruction a tornado can cause.